Hello there, and this is part 8 of my Strathmore sketchbook. As you can see here, I got a total of 20 new drawings to show you guys, with both old and new characters alike. And start off with a little updates. I also started to notice that the sketchbook tours are actually getting views again, which I appreciate. That's why you don't give up on your dreams, kids. Yeah. Even if you upload a video that doesn't get any viewership, there might be a chance that any video on your channel can just explode in views all of a sudden. That's essentially what happened with most of my flipbook videos. Yeah. I mean, I guess the flipbook videos were popular from the start because they're usually doing better than the animations, than the digital animations, but they didn't start getting more views until like I guess the Mr. Blob flipbook, I guess. Yeah. And that same love for the flipbooks is starting to rub off my sketchbook tours again, which I appreciate. Yeah. Even though your YouTube videos are not the popular fad at this current time, you can at least gain certain audience because at least someone will like your videos at least. Yeah. I'm mostly just making these videos for fun, so there's no pressure of me making these kind of videos. It's pretty much just a hobby and stuff. Even if I did get paid on YouTube, I probably will never work a full time job on YouTube, honestly, because it's too much to keep up with. Yeah, especially with the clicks on YouTube, because clicks are kind of everything on YouTube now. So enough rambling on you about YouTube and stuff. So let's start off with the sketchbook tour. Where I ended off with Haku the Dragon and the Spine Kaiju, and let's start off with the new drawings and stuff. Here's the Star Mole from my Star Mole the book. He's pretty much a star nose mole, but his star nose actually looks like a star this time. Kind of like a star from Super Mario, honestly. Yeah, because the star the nose on star nose moles do look like stars, but they're more like a starfish kind of like star than like actual star like this one is. I guess I kind of cartoonified a bit and stuff to be more interesting. Yeah. Also, star nose moles in real life, their noses are kind of more terrifying, kind of, or at least more creepy than like here. Yeah. I guess I just decided to be more cuter, more cuter, more appealing. Yeah. I made a flipbook as the Star Mole. Here's Luna the Vampire Bats, as usual. For those of you who don't know, a little updates, at least another update. I'm currently remaking the first werewolf comic of first werewolf comic. I'm currently remaking it on Newgrounds as of now. Yeah, which I should have done that years ago, honestly, or at least when I re-released it on Newgrounds back in 2024 or 2025. I think. Yeah. Especially with the outdated drawings and everything, because that comic was really old. I think I was still in college when I made the first World comic, honestly. Yeah. That was back in like 2020. It was the first World comic. That's how old it is. And I was pretty much still in college at that time. So, yeah. So I'm currently remaking it to be like better updated in art style and fully colored too. So hopefully I'll get that finished soon, or at least like a week from now. Because that comic is kind of long too. So with multiple segments in between the story and stuff. And this is one of the characters, Luna the Vampire Bat, as you guys already know. Yeah. She's technically from Werewolf, so this is the comic and stuff. For those of you who don't know. Oh, jeez. Yeah. This is the Bird Warrior character. Like a tribesman Bird Warrior character and his spear and stuff. And like, yeah, it's a Bird character. Kind of like an anthropomorphic like Bird Warrior character. Here's the X Knight Warrior character, which I actually colored this time. And for those of you guys don't know, this is the reason why I use watercolor pencils. Yeah. And when I actually draw on the other page, the stuff that came up on this page kind of trying to mess up the other page like this and stuff, and leaves a mess and stuff. That's why you use watercolor pencils. Yeah, I guess because with watercolor you're able to like do the same color pencil art, but you're able to like use water to actually blend the colors a little bit better, so it doesn't leave a mess on your sketchbook. Especially if you have an acid-free sketchbook like this one. At least I think it is acid-free. Let me see. Probably isn't acid free, but most sketchbooks are usually acid free for you to do like oil paintings and watercolor drawings stuff. Yeah, at least that's most sketchbooks nowadays. Yeah, especially when you don't want to leave a mess on your paper like what I did here. Yeah. Yeah, this is pretty much the Accent Warrior character, which is inspired by Dark Nuts from Zelda and Lego Bionicle. Yeah, Lego Bionicle were the coolest toys ever when I was a kid. I always wanted when. I guess I kind of already said that in my art sketchbook toys, but I just wanted to acknowledge it again because those were really fun times when I was a kid. Yeah, playing with toys and stuff. But by the time I was able to get a Lego Bionicle, I was kind of already too old not to play with toys. So by the time I was able to buy one and like actually build one, I guess you're not too old for Legos, but no, I guess there are Legos for adults too. Uh, yeah, because Lego Bionicle, like Bionicle's part of Lego. I guess you're not too old for Lego at least. Yeah. Maybe if I ever do get back into Lego my uncle anyway, I'll probably just do my like build them up and collect them. Honestly, that's probably what I'll do. Probably like sell them, probably in like eBay or something. If I was capable, if I was able to do it. Yeah, this is cool. Those are really cool toys, honestly. Here are some robot characters. So I had to draw. Yes, these are our more unknown warrior characters. Unknown robot characters. That's what I meant. Here's the running robot character, and these are some other robot characters who I did been drawing, but I don't think I came up with a name for these characters yet. Yeah, yeah. I think this character right here was part of Scrappy Discovery too. And this character, I think most of these characters were part of Scrappy Discovery, except for this robot character. Yeah. Usually, I don't come up with names for all of my character designs. That's usually why they're just normal sketches and stuff. I guess these are just drafts for characters I can eventually include in a cartoon or at least in a story eventually. Yeah, this is mostly like concept art. Here's the Elfly character who I also don't have a name for yet. Yeah, I guess if if I able to make another cartoon pilot, I'll probably include her in it at least. Because the same thing applies to like characters like Figgy the Squirrel, who I've been drawing for years, but I haven't really come with a story for her until recently, where I include her in the Delta's Delivery Service cartoon pilot and stuff. Yeah, she was like a side character in that story. For those of you that are familiar with my DeviantArt, which I don't have anymore, or at least I don't upload there anymore, Figgy the Squirrel is usually one of my main characters I used to upload to DeviantArt all the time and stuff. And yeah. And the scam bots pretty much drove me away from my website. I mean, the account is still technically there, but I don't want to upload there anymore because I don't trust that website anymore. Yeah, I already made a rant video on that one already, so yeah. Let's continue. Here's Delta, the Air4 Play Lady from Delta's Delivery Service. And this is another character that I made concept art for years, like illustrations and drawings of her for years, and I started only recently including her in cartoons and stuff, which is kind of cool, honestly. Maybe I'll include that for the Elfly character and Figgy the Squirrel. I might make their own cartoons based on those characters. I mean, I technically already did with Figgy the Squirrel. I did make a cartoon specifically for her, but that cartoon didn't get enough love on YouTube, at least. But as a Delta's Delivery Service, that cartoon pilot really exploded in views, which honestly, I think it's catching up to the Stone Ninja in terms of how many views that's getting in terms of my cartoon pilots, which I appreciate. Also, Delta's Delivery Service was the first cartoon was the first video I made this year, honestly. At least I think it was. Yeah, because I was still making it. I managed to finish it before the year ended, and I managed to upload it at the beginning of this year. Yeah, at least I finished it. I finished it in like late 2025, like the last few days of 2025, and then I uploaded it in 2020, the first day of 2026. Yeah, here's some doll characters like a Dachshund and like a Chihuahua. I guess Dachshunds are really that much. They're not that bigger than Chihuahuas. I guess Chihuahuas are pretty small dogs too. They're really small. Yeah, I guess there are kind of large Dachshunds too, and wiener dogs in general. Yeah, but this is supposed to be like a Dachshund kind of dog. And Dachshunds are pretty much my favorite dogs just based on their body shape alone. They're pretty cool. They're pretty funny. I guess they're kind of like badger dogs because the reason why their bodies are so long is because they dig in the dirt to catch badgers and stuff. That's what we bred them for. Yeah, they're the cutest things ever, honestly. Yeah, they're bred to catch badgers in the ground. That's why their bodies shape like that. Or wiener dogs in general. Here shot the jackalope from Werewolf as well. It's kind of like a mythical creature too. And Werewolf has plenty of mythical creatures in it as well. As vampires, centaurs, minotaurs, and werewolves and goblins and stuff in Werewolf. I guess because it's a combination of both anthropomorphic and like mythical creature stuff in Werewolf. Yeah. I think Zelda was also inspiration for Werewolf too. I think it was Castlevania, and both Castlevania and Legend of Zelda were inspiration for Werewolf. By the way, especially since especially since before Werewolf, I was like playing a lot of Castlevania, like the old Castlevanias, like the SNES one. I think it was Castlevania 4 one that I played a lot that became the inspiration for Werewolf. I think. Yeah, because I had that Nintendo Switch and I had the Virtual Console. Yeah, I was playing a lot of Castlevania. Yeah, I got to Castlevania from this channel called I think it's a channel called Some Call Me Johnny, who used to play all these video games and stuff. And I'm subscribed to him. I'm currently subscribed to him too. And I used to like recommend like certain gamers or recommend people like certain games and stuff that I wanted to get into. So Castlevania was one of those games that I got that I wanted to play and was inspired by his reviews and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, Castlevania just seems like the coolest concept for a show ever, honestly. And especially the anime that came out too. That was very cool. At least I think it was the anime that Castlevania that came out. I think it was on Netflix, I think. Hmm. It was it probably was an American cartoon or it was an animation of Castlevania on Netflix. That's why I know about it. Yeah. I always wanted to watch it, but it was like buried underneath other content on Netflix. I couldn't find it that much. And I don't think it was on Netflix like for long either. Yeah, can't get classes like Castlevania, but can get nonsense like Big Mouth. Man, that's still nonsense like that. Here's a Tyrannosaurus Rex. A Tyrannosaurus, a dinosaur character. Yes, a T Rex. Yeah. I kind of updated his design a little bit because I do animations of this character too. Yeah, dinosaurs are cool. They're the coolest animals ever, honestly. Here's Bunny Dog from Cat Badger Bunny Dog. It's a cute dog girl character, and she's technically like the queen of the Canine Kingdom in Badger Dog and Bunny Dog comic, which I revealed and stuff. Yeah. I guess she technically has the power to be as normal as possible, technically. Because since she's a queen, she has like royal duties and stuff, but she just wants to be a normal, she wants to be like a normal and stuff. She wants to be able to chat to people and stuff. Yeah. If you guys haven't seen Bad Catcher Bunny Dog, I kind of recommend it. You can watch it on my you can read the comic on my Newgrounds and stuff. If you're interested in the story. But if you guys didn't know, Cat Badger Bunny Dog is about a bunny dog trying to be normal because she's like the queen of a canine kingdom. She's trying to pull off her duties just to be normal and stuff. Yeah. I guess she technically inherited the kingdom from her father, technically, and she didn't. I guess she didn't. I guess she grown too overwhelmed. She became overwhelmed and stuff, and to take care of her duties and stuff. Yeah, I guess she got. Oh, I guess I can say she got overwhelmed with ruling the kingdom for so long that she misses what being normal was in her life and stuff. Yeah. Here's a. I guess this is kind of like a cute cat coming out of a box and stuff, but I kind of got the perspectives kind of wrong a little bit. This was originally supposed to be like a cube drawing, but I included it into a cat drawing to be more cuter in that way. But the perspectives are kind of wrong a little bit. I think I should have just erased this part about it and stuff, and kept the other perspectives on it, like the inside here on the cube right here, like this line right here that goes down here and then turns right. I should have erased that and then kept the box like this. Yeah. Yeah. I guess I could technically do it. I mean, I guess I could do it now, but nah. Probably just keep it that way. Just this is normal sketch and stuff. Here's Merlin, the fairy dragon, which I also did animations of, and I also included him in a comic. I included him in Falcon Force 4, I believe. I think Falcon Force 4 was, yeah, it was Falcon Force 4 is one that Talon got injured from. Yeah, because he took down Merlin and stuff. And Merlin can be kind of a prankster a bit. He goes on pranking people and harassing them. Yeah, it's pretty funny dragon character. Don't the cute eyes fool you. He's a menace. Here's Kaida from the Flyest Dragon. Who's Jake's girlfriend. The Flyest Dragon stuff. Yeah, I did do a sequel to Flyest Dragon too, which is more comedy based than most of my other comics and stuff. I would like to do more variety of different kind of comics and stuff. It's still like usual action comics I usually make. I mean, I do love doing action comics, but I kind of already do enough action series as a whole. So I already got Karate Bugs, I already got Werewolf, and I already got Falcon Force that are technically already action comics and stuff. So I wanted to lean more into comedy stuff too, with the Flyest Dragon as well. And Kaida was a main contributor to the Flyest Dragon comic. Yeah, she's one of the main characters of that comic too. Here's Master Anton from Karate Bugs, as usual. Yeah. I guess I got confused with drone ants and worker ants. I guess he's technically a worker ant. Because drones are technically like male ants who are powerful enough, but their only purpose is for mating with the queen and stuff. They're different than most other ants and stuff. And then Karate Bugs episode 13, I revealed that that Mr. Anton dated the Ant Queen before she became dated the Ant Queen, and she wanted him to rule the kingdom with her, and he decided not to do it because he had dreams and stuff as usual. Yeah, it was pretty funny. Yeah, I guess he's technically like one of the worker ants, like the top worker ants and stuff, instead of a drone ant. But I guess technically you can technically be a drone ant because drones technically have wings too, compared to other ants too. Yeah. So that's Mr. Anton. Here's another dinosaur character. I guess it's more like a dinosaur, like a sauropod dinosaur kaiju. Because I included him with like horns and sails and stuff. I guess he's more like what Morris is. Morris from I guess that's what his name is. What's that Pokemon name again? That sauropod Pokemon. Morris. I think that's what it's called. That's what it's called. Amoris or Morris. I noticed a sauropod dinosaur in Pokemon that had like a cell like similar to this one. It's like an ice rock type, and it's like a dinosaur. I know Tyrantrum is the T-Rex Pokemon, but there's another one. I think it's called a Morris. I think. Let me know in the comments what how you pronounce the name of the sauropod dinosaur Pokemon. I know it's either called a Morris or Amoris. I think. Yeah. Yeah, it's dinosaurs. Dinosaurs are cool. Here's a character that this is a kind of obscure character. This is Sarah, the wrestler from my women's wrestling characters. Yeah, for those of you who didn't know, I had a got a cartoon of her. Since she's a wrestler, I had a cartoon of her applying the camel clutch on a jobber lady, and that got a lot of views on YouTube. I mean, it was age restricted, but I didn't want to. I mean, I guess it was technically like kind of like like wrestling can be kind of like sexual enough, honestly. And she was doing the move in a dress, honestly. And I guess, yeah, I didn't want that to be. I mean, I did age restricted it, but I didn't want it to start problems with my channel, so I had to delete it. I mean, it's only exclusive on Newgrounds, pretty much. Yeah, Sarah the wrestler. You gotta watch out for almost wrestling videos on YouTube in general. Yeah, wrestling is already sexual enough, so yeah. Here are some narwhals. Narwhal drawings. Yeah, narwhals are pretty cool, honestly. I remember the narwhal meme that pop that old narwhal video, the narwhal music video, like narwhals swimming in the ocean. No, that one. Yeah, causing a commotion because they're awesome. I love that music video. I kind of love how they just recently got popular again. The memes come back. I mean, the cool thing about memes in general is that they can just come back, honestly, as long as people demanding them come back and stuff. Yeah. I know people don't usually don't like it when cartoons include memes, or they don't like it when people use outdated memes. But memes can come back if people demand them to. Honestly, if there's the if there's like an old meme that people demand come back, they can technically come back. Honestly, and the narwhal meme was one of them. Yeah, I love that music video. It's pretty funny. So I draw some narwhals. Speaking of characters that I draw for years, and I included them in a future animation. Here's Mr. Spider from Delta's Delivery Service. And I've been drawing this character for years too. He's one of my reigning robot characters. And the inspiration for this design was Metagross from Pokemon as well. Because he kind of does like Metagross too. Yeah. I guess he's more like a bipedal Metagross, because Metagross is more like a spider, more four-legged. I guess his character is called Mr. Spider, honestly, because he's more like a four-legged kind of robot character. It's kind of like a battle bot, or a little bit. Yeah, and I included him in a. He's one of the boss characters. He's one of like the characters. Who's the boss of one of the above Chopper and Delta and Delta's Delivery Service. Yeah. I think I make animations of this character too. Yeah. Very cool robot character. Here, James the Bat from Pocket Force. I guess he's more like a fruit bat, honestly. He's more like a flying fox bat character. Yeah. Flying foxes are pretty cool, honestly, but the only thing I don't like about flying foxes is that when they hang from the trees, they're like, their junk mail is just in your face. You look at any photo of them upside down. Yeah, they're junk mail. You don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Other than that, the cartoon flying foxes are pretty cool, or at least flying foxes in general. So I basically care draw on them, James the Bat. Yeah. So that's been part 8 of my Strathmore sketchbook. I think I should be done with this sketchbook too soon too. I guess I got a few pages left as well. Maybe 2 more sketchbook tours. Probably I'll be already finished with the sketchbook, which is pretty cool, honestly. I just love finishing sketchbooks in general. Yeah. I know I kind of, with regards to these sketchbooks, I usually dedicate a page to one character at least. Like, for example, is this drawing right here? I dedicate like a whole page to like one character. Yeah, I gotta stop doing that. I gotta start including more characters in more of these drawings to make the sketchbook toys pop out more. Yeah. I guess it makes the drawings more stand out more, but it just leaves more. It just leaves this always blank space to include more drawings at least. Yeah, I should have fill these pages more often. I guess I feel the pages are more of my bigger sketchbook, my Suko sketchbook, where when I'm able to actually draw more comics. 'Cause these sketchbooks are pretty small, honestly. Like my hand pretty much takes up most of the sketchbooks. So these sketchbooks are pretty small, honestly. So it's kind of hard to include like a lot of characters on one single page. Yeah. So that's make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and that's it.